Now at 11, tracking a developing winter storm. I'll have the totals and the timing in your forecast.
A powerful and emotional day on Bourbon Street as those who've lost loved ones and New Orleans residents alike in mourning. We bring you those stories coming up.
Plus the third deadly shooting of the year here in Indianapolis.
We're starting 2025 off the wrong direction.
Tonight we're taking a closer look at the case and the property's history with police. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. We begin on this Friday night with a weather impact alert. It is quiet and cold right now, but a storm system is heading our way and it could bring significant snowfall to parts of our state. Tonight we've got new clarity on the track and timing of this winter storm. All of that very critical to figuring out how much snow we'll get here in central Indiana. Thanks for inviting us in on your Friday night. It's 11 o'clock. Angela's got new information that will help you get ready.
Yes, and the latest information, we still feel pretty comfortable with this area of 4 to 7 inches of snow for central Indiana. But I also think we're going to probably have to shrink this area and add an area of 7 to 10. Looks to be maybe just south of I-70. That's to come as we continue to get new data. But this is where it stands right now. With this winter storm, the potential for a high impact storm for central Indiana as we head into Sunday night and Monday. Large area of 4 to 7 inches or more. And as I mentioned, this area may shrink and we may have to add an area of 7 to 10. Stick with us. What's going to change as we get the latest information, any change to the track, what would cut down on snow totals, which is why you will see changes to that snowfall potential map, any dry air, and if that snow mixes with sleet or freezing rain. All of us are under a winter storm watch Sunday morning all the way through the end of Monday. This is going to be a long winter storm. The leading edge arrives during the early half of Sunday with the heaviest snow falling Sunday night into Monday morning. I'll continue the timeline in a few minutes.
All right, see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks. Right now, INDOT and DPW crews are making sure that area roads are treated ahead of Sunday's winter storm. So tomorrow afternoon, city leaders are scheduled to give us an update about the expected impact. Here in Indianapolis, the salt domes are full. The salt trucks are ready to head out. Teams will be working 12-hour shifts beginning tomorrow. But if they're forced to combat more than 6 inches of snow, it's going to take time and patience. So that's why you're urged to be cautious if you're out driving and give those snow plows plenty of room to work.
It's all hands on deck this weekend. It's all hands on deck for the next week. This is not going to be a quick snow fight. This will be a marathon.
And brutally cold temperatures will arrive next week. That could complicate the snow removal effort. But these road crews are out there prepared to get out there and fight the good fight through at least Tuesday. And this is an important time for you to have our WTHR weather app. You'll get all the updated information about the forecast. You can check in with the weather team anytime right on your phone. It's a free download. You can find it in your app store. Now to a growing memorial tonight, paying tribute to the 14 people killed in that terror attack on Bourbon Street. Emotions still raw tonight as people gather, placing flowers and candles, just taking a moment to honor the lives lost. Our Dominic Miranda has been in the heart of New Orleans for days, and tonight he joins us from the French Quarter, where people impacted by this tragedy, including one victim's sister, are sharing stories of lasting shock, grief, and hope.
Sadness, remembrance, togetherness. That's been the scene on Bourbon Street all throughout the day on Friday. As you can see behind me, vigils in place remembering those who lost their lives to this senseless tragedy. We spoke to those who are in mourning and New Orleans residents as this resilient city continues to pick up the pieces.
I feel that we were attacked as a city. I feel that we were attacked as a state, and we were attacked as a nation.
2 days have passed following the heinous attack of terror on Bourbon Street. Tears still being shed, respects being paid, honoring those who senselessly lost their lives, something that's important to those on Hand Friday.
So that they mattered, because if there's nothing there, it's like it didn't even happen, and it did, and it's horrible.
Melissa Kinney was on Bourbon Street New Year's night when it all happened. A bouncer took her and several others inside to safety, where they were held for an hour before finally being allowed to leave.
And then when we walked out, it was horrible. There was bodies everywhere, and it was a nightmare. My heart breaks for everybody. I just can't imagine if we would have walked out 5 minutes sooner and it would have been us. And I put myself in their shoes, and it breaks my heart.
The sun shines down on Bourbon Street today as locals continue to pick up the pieces.
If anything, we're down here to, memorialize those people who lost their lives. They were, mothers, fathers, children, and friends. The city's always come out, and it will come out of this situation also.
Louisiana strong. What can I say? I mean, Americans, that's what we do. Tragedies, in the face of tyranny, Americans come together and we're going to prevail. We're going to make it.
Victims' family members visiting the scene they lost their loved ones, trying to make sense of it all. Hubert Gautreaux is one of the 14 who lost their lives. His sister bravely spoke about the strength to get through this, attempting to gain a sense of closure.
It's clear we have a huge family, a huge support system. That's all that we have left right now. That's all that we have to get through this is each other. And we just are showing out for each other. That's all. That's it. There's nothing else.
Sage burns, flowers stand still as people mourn. Resilient and together in the wake of tragedy, New Orleans will make it through, never forgetting what happened here. Powerful and impactful moments today in speaking to people in this soulful city as we all try to process this tragedy and move forward stronger while never forgetting those who lost their lives here on Bourbon Street. Here in New Orleans, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 News.
We're also learning more tonight about the terror suspect's moves before he drove that truck into a crowd in the French Quarter. Now tonight, according to the federal agents, he set fire to his short-term rental home, saying it was an effort to conceal the evidence. Officers discovered suspected bomb-making materials and a silencer for a rifle. Investigators say the man planted 2 explosive devices on Bourbon Street. He was killed in an exchange of gunfire with police. Tonight, one man is dead and another in critical condition after a shooting on the southwest side of Indianapolis. All of this taking place along Howard Street near Morris and Belmont. Our Marina Silva was on the scene today as police began their investigation and talked with frustrated neighbors about the violence they're seeing in their community.
A quiet Friday afternoon turned deadly on Howard Street.
It was just like, 15 shots, something like that. It was so fast I couldn't count.
Anthony Howard lives nearby. He says after hearing the shots, he went outside to see what was going on. That's when he saw the men on the ground.
You could tell he wasn't good. And there was a kid who was a little younger than him. He was still talking.
IMPD says when they got here, they did find the 2 men and one did go to the hospital. There was also a car nearby.
The vehicle did sustain damage to what is believed to be gunfire, and detectives will continue to work to search.
Officer Thompson says officers were also looking to search the gray house near where the shooting happened. Online police records show the shooting address was at 1801 Howard Street. When we went to go look at public records, this isn't the first time police were called to that house. Back in September of 2022, they were called there for another man shot inside that house. The man survived.
Less than a week into the new year and 3 people have been killed in Indianapolis. Officer Tommy Thompson says we as a community need to do better.
We're starting 2025 off the wrong direction. 3 times, 3 days, we have individuals who are no longer with us and families grieving. This can't continue.
He says he is grieving along with the community.
This was my beat. I'm very passionate about the people in this community. This is not acceptable. I'm grieving with this community does not deserve this. To have people shot, to have this, it's scary. And this is not tolerable.
Harper says he wants better for his home.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand what has gotten into people that they need to just start shooting each other.
A family and community now left to mourn with yet another act of gun violence. In Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
So as Marina mentioned, the shooting on Howard Street is one of 3 deadly shootings in the first 3 days of this year. Right now, we're working to learn if police have identified a suspect or a motive in that case. Just 12 hours earlier, police got called to 30th and Capitol. Investigators tell us 53-year-old Charles Arnold Jr. was shot outside of an abandoned building. He died at the scene. Police tell us they detained a person of interest, but that person was later released. Then last night, a deadly triple shooting on the southeast side of Indianapolis. 1 person killed, 2 others injured. This is a story we first brought you as breaking news right here on 13 News at 11. Police tell us they believe it started as some kind of gun sale. They've interviewed multiple people and seized several firearms. Investigators right now working to sort out who is a victim and who's a suspect. If you can help investigators in this case, please call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name.
A snowy Sunday, and it's just the beginning. I'll have more on the weather impact alert days in your forecast.
All eyes are on this forecast. Storms like this are really hard to predict, but we've got the best team on this case. Tonight, we're going to sort through the work that they go through, separating snowflake facts from winter whoppers. And there is snow removal in our future. It's a nuisance for sure, but it can also be dangerous. Tonight, we want to break down the best practices before you break out your shovel. All next.